In the early hours of June 10, 1912, 8 people, including 6 children, are discovered murdered inside a modest house in Villisca, Iowa, authorities confirm. The victims include the Moore family of 4 plus 2 young girls staying overnight as guests, all killed while they slept in their beds. Investigators determined that a sharp axe belonging to the family was the weapon used in each of the 8 killings. The front door was locked from the inside, and all windows remained secured, suggesting the killer may have hidden inside after the crime. Detectives note that valuables and cash remain untouched inside the home, ruling out theft as the primary motive for the attack. Neighbors and townspeople gather outside the Moore residence as word of the mass killing spreads through Villisca, Iowa. Local law enforcement begins questioning residents and searching the property for any clues left by the perpetrator. Bloodstains appear throughout the bedrooms and downstairs areas, indicating the attacks moved from one victim to the next. The Moore children, ranging in age from 5 to 11 years old, are confirmed among the 8 victims found in the home. Lena and Ina Stillinger, ages 8 and 12, who were visiting the Moore children, are identified as the additional victims. Evidence suggests the attacker remained in the house for several hours after the murders before departing unseen. Police find no broken windows or damaged locks, leading investigators to consider that the killer was known to the victims. Iowa State investigators arrive in Villisca to support the local sheriff with the complex multiple homicide case. The county coroner conducts a detailed examination, confirming each victim died from repeated axe blows to the head. Major newspapers across the United States begin reporting on the Villisca axe murders, drawing national attention. Town leaders announce a cash reward for any tips that lead to the arrest of the person responsible for the killings. Detectives compile a list of possible persons of interest based on recent visitors and local residents with grudges. A traveling minister named Reverend George Kelly is among the first individuals brought in for questioning by authorities. The minister reportedly tells officers he experienced a vision of the murders before arriving in Villisca, Iowa. After several hours of questioning, the Reverend is allowed to leave, pending further investigation into his statements. Investigators continue to examine additional suspects, including a possible serial offender active in the Midwest region. The Moore home stays under official seal, while forensic teams collect additional physical evidence from every room. A formal coroner's inquest convenes to record official testimony about the discovery and condition of the 8 bodies. Residents across the state begin locking doors at night and watching strangers amid concerns the killer remains at large. Officers extend their search radius, interviewing residents in surrounding communities for any related sightings or tips. Reverend Kelly is brought back for additional interviews after new information surfaces about his movements that week. Authorities formally charge Reverend George Kelly with the Villisca axe murders based on circumstantial evidence. The case against Kelly moves forward in a neighboring county to ensure an impartial jury can be selected. Kelly's attorneys argue that no physical proof links their client to the crime scene or the victims. After deliberation, the jury returns a not guilty verdict, and Kelly is released from custody without conviction. Despite extensive investigation, the Villisca axe murders have never been solved, and no one else has been convicted. The restored Moore home serves as a museum, allowing visitors to learn about the 1912 tragedy and its lasting questions. Each June, the community holds remembrance events to honor the 8 victims of the unsolved Villisca killings. Multiple authors have published detailed accounts exploring every lead and theory connected to the Villisca axe murders. Filmmakers continue to examine the Villisca axe murders, presenting new angles on the century-old mystery. True crime podcasts regularly discuss the Villisca case, introducing the facts to new generations of listeners. The Villisca Historical Society maintains original documents and photographs related to the 1912 investigation. More than a century later, key details about motive and identity in the Villisca axe murders remain unknown. The Villisca axe murders continue to stand as one of America's most perplexing and studied cold cases. Modern experts periodically review remaining physical evidence from the Villisca scene using updated techniques. Descendants and residents gather to remember the Moore family and the Stillinger sisters each anniversary. The unsolved status of the Villisca axe murders keeps public interest alive across generations of investigators. Criminologists and historians analyze surviving reports, hoping to shed new light on the 1912 tragedy. Preservation efforts have returned the moor home to its appearance on the night of the Villisca axe murders. The 8 victims of the Villisca axe murders are remembered as Josiah Lena Herman, Paul Mary Catherine Lena, and Ina. Official records from the Villisca case are preserved and accessible for ongoing study and review. Various explanations for the Villisca axe murders persist, though none have been proven conclusively. After more than 100 years, authorities have never named a conclusively proven perpetrator in the case. The brutal 1912 killings in Villisca, Iowa, stand as a stark reminder of an enduring American mystery. Like this report and subscribe for ongoing coverage of historic cases and new developments in unsolved mysteries.